What's up, guys? My name is Tammy.
My name is David Anderson.
It's Jillian Simmons.
My name is Johnny Holland.
It's Milton Harris from Hustle Fit.
This right here, this is my boss life.
What's up, y'all? It's Milton Harris from Hustle Fit. This is my boss life.
Hey, put my motherfucking suit back on, man.
Good evening, bitches.
Hold up.
And real niggas do everything. Hey.
Mybosslife, we in this bitch.
Just a guy from the north side of Houston, Acres Home, just an entrepreneur. Youngest of 9, but for about 10 years I worked at the railroad. A lot of people don't know it. Well, I always had a passion for fitness, and pretty much been around fitness maybe 20 years, maybe even longer, out of my life, from Little League football all the way up to the NFL Combine. And when I did make it to the NFL,
Okay.
I couldn't stop right there and just let my dreams just shatter. So, I ended up working at the railroad, and that was out the blue because my cousin told me to fill it out.
Okay.
I really didn't want to fill it out, but all my family members was calling me stupid if I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't know the railroad was a career job.
I didn't
a
know
career.
that either. So wait, what do you do exactly?
Man, yeah. And the reason I say career and not a job, because a job is something that's just temporary. Career is something that you do until you retire, and it pays you even after you start working for that company.
Okay.
What did I do? Man, I had like 5 different positions within the railroad. First, I came in as a hostler. Pretty much drove the trains.
Okay.
Well, I came in as a fireman and all. I didn't leave the yard, but I drove the trains, cleaned them, all kinds of stuff.
Okay.
And for the money they was paying me, it wasn't nothing, especially coming out of college, a year removed from college. From there, I moved on to an electrician. From there, I moved on to a foreman. From a foreman, that foreman is like a supervisor, but I'm not really just, you do this, you do that.
Yeah.
You're just kind of directing what tasks need to be done. But I was a cool cat to work with. So then I started dispatching. So that was a whole different type of world, because now I was considered some type of manager. Once again, I wasn't managing anybody because I had managers over me. But what happened, I was always on call. So like if we sitting here right now doing this interview, they can call me, "Hey Harris, we need you up here tonight." Or "We need you right now." So I got an hour and a half to get there. So, this interview's over. Let's do this again next week. So I'm doing that. That's 8-hour shifts. I might be going in at maybe 10 o'clock at night, getting off at 6 in the morning, getting whatever sleep I needed. Still working out. Slim still coming to the gym with me, or whoever, just friends from the growing up in the hood.
But you weren't fully into fitness.
I wasn't fully into fitness. I was keeping myself fit because it's a habit for me. It's not like I'm forced to do it. I can wake up in the middle of the night and go work out, and it's, because that's what I like. It's my cigarette. That's my drug, of choice. Good thing. It's a good thing. It's a healthy drug. It's a healthy thing and not a bad one. But so I had a friend that grew up with my brother. They're lifelong friends. He's like, "Hey man, I see you still keeping your body up and everything. You should think about training. I'm opening up a gym over in the Galleria area. Just come check it out. Just a soft open. Just want you to come see if you like it." Went over there, checked it out. I like what was going on and the environment of the gym. I like the area, the location, and he started talking numbers. So, when he's talking outrageous numbers, but I'm not really listening to it because I love to work out and I like for people to work out with me. So I'm like, all right, man, I'm gonna try to bring a couple people over here. He like, well, go ahead and get certified first. So did my whole little Cooper's Institute thing, got my certification and all that. So now I'm training people, whenever I'm not at the railroad. But it got to a point where I'm on call, I'm going in at 10 at night, getting off at 6 in the morning, and I'm getting 2 or 3 hours of broken sleep because people are wanting to come to the gym now. So then the social media comes out, because everyone knows Milton just from hanging with they call him Rico, hanging with Rico or hanging with Slim, or just from the club or whatever. That's why everybody knew Milton. So once social media came out, I started, putting pictures up or tweeting about workouts and, stuff, healthy food choices to eat, all that type of stuff. So before I knew it, man, it wasn't overnight, because I can still remember days sitting at the gym where I'm 3-4 hours without training any clients, But that's how it is when you first start any job. It starts off slow. Once the business starts picking up, I'm going off of broken sleep, working out overnight, getting off in the morning, coming in the gym to train about 10 or 12 people. It went from 10 or 12 people to 25, 35 people. So now I'm like, man, And this went on for about 6 years. So I'm surprised I'm not sitting here looking 50 right now. Maybe the workouts helped me. But,
Yeah, definitely.
but then, then you had people like, what Slim was always into. Well, I ain't gonna say that. He would always try to come work out with me, but his appetite was just terrible. It was the worst. I mean, you see his Instagram, Max's wine down, or when he was out of town, just the worst. So his body never fully got right until he recently started changing his diet, But once he came aboard, then you had people like Paul Wall, he came aboard. Kurt Cobain, he came aboard. Bun B, Propane.
Became like celebrity trainers.
Yeah, and I don't like to, and I never was one to brag or boast or call myself the best trainer.
Yeah.
It's plenty of trainers in Houston. It's, so I never want to say I'm the best, but I'm good at. I love what I do.
That was your assignment.
Yeah, so I like to get the best out of that person. So once people like that started working out, it's like everyone started noticing it, And once those people start seeing results, like all the way Paul Wall lost, all the way Slim lost, all the way. Well, Bun is a working process, but he's down 35 pounds, believe it or not. But once that started happening, man, social media and everyone started seeing it, I was like, man, I gotta. I'm really serious about this, and I really want to make my statement, and pursue this career. I'm gonna have to make a decision. Like I said, the railroad is not a job; it's a career. I worked there 10 years before I was like, I called in one day because they wanted me to come back in over the weekend. Well, I was supposed to come in that Monday. I went out on short term because I had a shoulder injury. I had tore something in my shoulder. And I was like, man, now's the time. I I prayed about it, talked to my family, And once it was time to go back in, I just told them, I think this is going to be my last week of work with my career at the railroad. And they was like, well, you need a day off or whatever. I was like, no, I don't need a day off. I need I'm done,
So were you scared?
I was a little worried, but I never really, it was a leap of faith. But at the same time, everything I do is kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? It's kind of strategized. I did the numbers on me putting 50% effort. When I say 50% effort, because I'm at the railroad most of the time, and then I'm at the gym. The other 50.
So if you put the 100%.
Yeah, I started looking at the numbers every month. And I was like, dang, I'm making this type of money on just being here half the time.
Yeah. So
I really focus and really pursue this, and I'm really passionate about it. Just think of what I can do. Think of the lives I can touch, the people I can help, the brand I can build, So whenever I made that phone call and I ended up quitting the railroad, it just took off, and I haven't looked back yet because everything is a hustle, and that's kind of where hustle fit comes from.
Gotcha. Because
what do you have if you don't have hustle? What y'all are doing right now. If you didn't have the hustle in you to get up and go interview these people, it's not gonna happen.
Exactly.
Same, it just happens to be fitness, but you can take that and put that in any aspect of life, and that's why I use the slogan: "Get better, get worse." That's not only in the gym; that's in everything you do, every situation. Always gonna be. I don't like to call them setbacks. It's always gonna be lessons learned. I take it as a lesson. I gotta learn something. I gotta take something from that and apply it to the next time. And that's pretty much how I handle life. Whether it's the setback and like when I started doing shirts, I'm training fitness people, right? I'm selling these shirts, but I'm buying extra large in some of these shirts for women where I don't need extra large because they're not gonna wear.
Yeah.
So I might have wasted a couple $1,000 on some shirts that I still have. Now I have to find some way to
trial and error.
Yeah, so it's like a trial and error. So that was a lesson learned, But something even major than that, I just never really got. I'm not gonna say I was always smart, but us as a whole crew, we never really operated where we did anything that was like I got a hold to a little bit of money. I'm not gonna go buy $20,000 worth of jewelry when I know I don't even have a gym. I'm renting a townhouse that I'm in right now. What am I gonna do that for when I got other goals I still have to meet? So I'm thinking 3 steps ahead instead of just in the moment. So that's how I kind of prevent myself from having setbacks. But if I do have a setback,
my favorite quote is you either win or you learn.
Yeah. It's never a loss if you can take a lesson from it and keep applying.
So
The situation is, man, I always be a sponge because you can never stop learning. You can never stop learning about, what'll make the next situation better. Or you'll never know when you need this knowledge. Those humanity classes or whatever it is you think might not help you. Somewhere down the line, it might not help you in the field that you're in, But it might just spark up that conversation with this person that has an intellectual level so high. They're surprised that you know about it. Now they're talking to me, oh, you are a trainer. Just because I mentioned something about a quote from Gandhi.
Gotcha.
Or something, something like that. Just because I mentioned that quote from Gandhi, they see that I do have my head on right, and then they didn't even know I was a personal trainer. Well, I'm looking for a trainer where, I own Microsoft, Think how much, you know what I mean? So just situations like that, I always be a sponge. Just because, you might even be set to go to the pros. But you thinking this communication class won't help you, but after you become a pro, I'll say you get hurt, well, you always can be an analyst. What better, I'm not going to say what better job, but those guys, Chris Berman and all them, ESPN analysts, them great jobs. They do a lot of traveling, they go to all the sporting events, and they're on TV having fun, talking to Hall of Famers. So, you got to be a sponge, every aspect. Right now, I got a bodybuilding competition coming up, so I'm probably up at, depending on the first person I train, I try to get up 2 hours prior. This morning I had to train a person at 7 a.m., so I'm up at 5 a.m. because I don't like to get up, run, shower, eat, straight to the gym. I like to take my time and enjoy life a little bit, so I'm up at 5 a.m. doing some type of HIIT cardio, come home, a shower, probably got a million text messages from the night before who's not gonna make it the next morning or whatnot. I go to the gym, I train. At the same time, I'm checking other emails about orders because I'm kind of doing everything on my own right now. So I'm pulling orders as I leave the house because all the orders are downstairs in my garage. So I'm pulling all those orders, loading up in my car. As I'm going to the gym, then I pretty much get my day started with training people. And I have a few personal workouts, 7, 8, or 9. Then I start doing my group workouts. That's when some of the known people in Houston come in. Slim, he's always there at 11. Bun and Queen, they're always at 11:45. Kirko, he usually works out with me. Lately, I haven't seen him. But he I don't know. He got a few games and he passed a little arm test. I don't know what girl told him what. But it's been about a week and a half and no Kurt Cobain site. I seen him at Social Junkie for Hot Weekend. Other than that, but I always block off maybe 1 to 4 so I can get my workout in and if I need to have a meeting, about the next upcoming show because I also do the NPC circuit, the National Physique Committee, where they have bodybuilding competitions. I met some real good people. Lee Thompson, Javon Walker over there at 1-to-1 Training Center. It's like a family now. So I block off 1 to 4 to get things straight with them to see where I'm going to go next. Cause, I just flew back in from El Paso. Okay. That was great. That was a great networking opportunity. Made a little bit of money also. From then on, I'm back in the gym at about 4:30, 5 o'clock after I get my workout. So I get my groups going around 5. I try to end at about 8, 7 or 8 o'clock. But if I have a person that wants to come in at 8, we close at 9. It's a private gym. I'll go ahead and take them. Then other than that, and my whole day pretty much revolves around food. Because I'm not like before this interview.
Yeah, you was like,
I had to eat. Everything had to stop until I ate. But when you got a goal or you know what it takes to get to a certain point in your life, you're not gonna let nothing stop you from doing it. And I know that food's almost important, more important than me getting a workout. I couldn't miss it, And it's just the little things. Cause those little things, that's 6 times I gotta eat. I missed that 3 times. That's 50% of my goal down the drain, down the toilet, So, and I keep that same focus, or I try to keep that same focus in life, At the end of the day, I want to be a brand. I went from Milton, the football player, to Milton, the railroad guy. A lot of people thought I sold drugs before I told them I was a trainer. When I got on Instagram and said I was a trainer, a lot of people were showing up. They thought I was a dope dealer, So but at the end of the day, I want the Hustle Fit brand just to be as big as it can be. I admire guys like C.T. Fletcher, Mike Rashid. I watch them guys and see how they came up out of Compton. They do the same thing I do. They lift weights, they grind it out. So at the end of the day, I just want to be a brand. I like for my whole team to prosper, from everyone in Mybosslife to everyone the guys with Hustle Fit, Jermaine, Dane, BJ, Kenneth Jones, Patrick Moore, Khalil Quarterly. And I'm not the type of trainer I'm not trying to hog all the people. I don't talk down on other trainers. this is Fat City, and it's the 4th biggest city in the nation. It's plenty room to for everybody to operate, you know.
So you talk about like a team and having a good circle of friends around you. How important is it for the youth to watch who they hang around? Because birds of a feather flock together.
Man, technically, I don't get up every day and tell myself I'm a boss. You know, I meet with the guys every Friday, and I always stress like, man, I'm a part of the team. I'm not. Yeah, I came up with the vision, but at the same time, I need y'all just like y'all need me. We in it together. We working for this one goal. But it does give you freedom. It gives you freedom and it gives you direction. Because sometimes I do have to stand up and say, okay, this decision we're going to go with. You know, I feel this way about this. You know, you delegate certain tasks to certain people that you know can get stuff done. You know, you kind of, you head the meetings, you know, you bring up the topics that you want to talk about. You know, you appoint people to do certain jobs, you know, stuff like that. So it's a good thing, you know, because like I said, you got a lot more freedom, you know, but you at the same time you gotta be responsible, because who's gonna take the blame? Who's gonna take the downfall when this goes bad or this idea wasn't right? I'm gonna take it. So that's what being a boss means to me. You be ready to be responsible. Be ready to be responsible.
Is there anything else?
This is Mybosslife.
Hey, put my motherfucking suit back on, man.
Good evening, bitches.
Hold up.
And real niggas do everything. Hey.
Mybosslife, we in this bitch.
We in this